right, a beautiful morning. Welcome to Women's Corner. It's exciting to always be here on Women's Corner because we talk about women, we talk about children, we talk about men. But I want you to know that we're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter at Galaxy Television and Galaxy TV web. You can also join us via our Google app. Actually, it's on Google Play Store, Apple Play Store. So just type in Galaxy TV, and of course, you have the app live and direct to watch all of our live programs on Galaxy on the app. Also, we have YouTube channels. We have Galaxy TV News, Galaxy TV Comedy, Galaxy TV Entertainment. Okay, today is quite interesting because today we're going for a success story. And like I said, my name is Red Blossom, but I'm not doing this alone. I have a co-presenter. Hi, Lagos girl.
Hi, Rose Blossom. After the show, I think you're going to give me your sunshade because it's looking so beautiful.
I think if I want to do that, by now, maybe you'll be taking just the pin.
No, you don't try like that.
If I'm going to share it where everyone wants to take the glasses.
Because I'm your co-host, you should share it.
Okay, yeah, I think you win on that part. Okay, so it's exciting to be here, and we're going to share a success story, which is going to be from an amazing guest. In fact, this is the maybe not the first time, but the first time as a guest having someone who does the real deal. You know, when you hear Igbo man, Igbo woman,
yes,
you know it's business. So we're bringing somebody who's into it, and you know she's been doing it over a very long time. But before we do that, let's quickly go for a hack. You know, last week we had a cleaning hack, about 11 of them, you know, where you can, you know, quickly clean within an hour. You don't have to take the whole day, or you don't have to, you know, bring in workers to help you if you do not have the capability to pay them. So we had to bring up another 11 cleaning hack where you can clean your house and make it tidy in less than an hour. So let's quickly go for that one, and when I come back, we would introduce our guest, and would hear the success story.
Yes, definitely.
So stay with us, we'll be right back.
Genius house cleaning hacks. Spot cleaning fabrics with baby wipes. Baby wipes are surprisingly effective because they contain very little moisture, have gentle cleaning agents, and dry quickly. However, don't confuse baby's wipes with cleaning wipes, which might contain bleach or other harmful chemicals. Use tennis balls to launder comforter. Washing a bulky comforter can be a tricky business. You can machine wash most comforters in front loaders as long as the comforter fills only half the washer. Then add tennis balls to the dryer to keep the comforter's stuffing from collecting in one corner. Clean window treatments faster. Keep window treatments on the rod to save time as you clean. Instead of taking them down, use the cleaning hack of just shaking them out to remove loose dust. Then vacuum drapes or curtains from top to bottom using the upholsteries attachment. Finally, vacuum floors after cleaning window treatments to pick up any fallen dust. Have your kids clean your mattress. Jumping on the bed can help freshen up your mattress. Have your kids bounce around on the bed to bring up dust from inside. Then vacuum the mattress top. If your vacuum has a beater bar, turn the bar off first. Use lemon oil and vinegar for shine. Woodwork and wood furnishings can gather dust and dirt build up over time. Regular wipe downs are necessary to keep wood looking shining. For extra shine, mix 1 part lemon oil and 1 part white vinegar for an environmental friendly and shining cleaning hack. Must know dusting tricks. Dusting can feel like a losing battle without the proper technique. Try these clever cleaning hacks that make dusting a breeze. Clean your dishwasher with baking soda and vinegar. First, add 1 cup baking soda to the bottom of your empty dishwasher and let it sit overnight. Then run the hottest possible circle using vinegar instead of detergent to clean and deodorise your dishwasher. Remember to remove debris from the filter. Remove hard water stains. The house cleaning hack for removing hard water stains is simple. Soak paper towels in undiluted vinegar and place them on the build up. Leave overnight, then scrub and rinse. Clean faster with these products. A 50-foot 16-gauge extension cord lets you plug in your vacuum as a central location, so you can clean a whole level without stopping to find another outlet. A microfiber mop with an extension pole does ceilings and walls quickly and easily. Just remove the cover and toss it into the wash when you're done. A double-sided squeegee is the best tool for cleaning windows. Dip it in your cleaning solution of choice and work in a tight S pattern from top to bottom. Must try homemade cleaners. Homemade cleaning solutions can be just as effective as store-bought cleaners. Go all natural with these cleaning hacks that use items you already have around your home. Get a squeaky clean space with these must-try homemade cleaners.
Right, yes, welcome back to the show. This is still the Women's Corner. If you're just joining us, this is the Women's Corner. And today we'll be talking about a success story. Rose Blossom is still here, and I am the Lagos girl. We have a wonderful guest in our midst today. No, not in our midst. We have a wonderful guest today, and she'll be joining us very soon. Her name is Ogechi Grace Okafor. She is an entrepreneur, an importer, and she provides logistics services. She is also a professional baker. Hello, Madam Ogechi. Can we have you on the screen right now? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. You all are beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you
morning,
so much.
Ogechi. So good to have you on screen. I've heard so much about
you
you,
so
and I
much.
was like, this is going to be a
have.
very good meeting. Even though it's Zoom, I can feel your energy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so basically, like I said,
Thank
the
you
way
so
I even introduce you, if there's a word, is there another word for Odogu? You know, Odogu is for the men.
Odogress.
Odogress. Is there anything like that? Because, oh my word, for a woman being an importer,
Honestly.
don't play. Something is going on. You're going in millions, actually. So it's an amazing thing. When I heard you're an importer, I know what it is to be an importer, especially in Nigeria, and you're doing it fabulously well. And also, you have to add the very normal entrepreneur business, which is baking to it, and that's amazing. So we want to hear your story. If you can probably summarize it, it's fine, because you know we still have a lot of questions to you. So how did you get into the professional baking, and how did you become an importer? Where did you get those content? How did you do it? The customs, how did you do with all of that? And you're still looking all fresh and good and making your money. So we really like to hear your story.
Yes.
We in the studio, and of course the viewers, want to know, so we could learn from your success story. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. So in 2018, after I was during my service here, I served in Enugu as the secretary to the registrar of the college of education in Enugu. So while I was in my service, I volunteered for a crusade here in Delta State, and I was lucky enough to get pointed out in the crowd, and I got an admission in China to study international economics and trade. So when we arrived China, you know China now, there's no work for students. If you're a student, you're not allowed to do any other kind of job. And the jobs there are more of English teaching in schools. So you're not allowed to do such jobs. And in order not to have my legality questioned in the country, because it's really difficult for a foreigner to get into it's easy for a foreigner to get into a problem in China, and then it's very difficult for you to get out of the problem. Being a black person, so I was avoiding all sort of illegal doings or going to teach or something. So I thought within myself, after so many struggle, fear, hunger, and everything, I thought I said, what do I do to make money? I cannot call up money from Nigeria from my parents who had put together all they had to like send me abroad. What do I do to make money? I can't be calling up 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 from them, because when the money passes down, comes to China, it's nothing. So I said, why not go into the importation business? Since as a student, you're allowed to explore the market, do whatever you want and do that. So I started like that. I didn't even know any supplier or anybody. I didn't know anybody, no phone number, nothing. But there is this app we use on our phones. It's called the Taobao. So in China, I'll just give small details. It's called the Taobao in China. So I got this app and I will shop on it. There's this shopping spree they do every 11/11, November 11th. It's like lovers shopping time. So they give you for as much as 50% discount and all that. And here in Nigeria, I know how much I get handbags and hairs and shoes and all that. And I'm getting this thing like 1/4 price that we get here in Nigeria. Like, why not? Let's just try it. So then my school organized this extra little job for us. We're library attendants in school. So when I get paid after the week, I use my money to shop on Taobao. So I pick it up even in winter and summer, especially winter, it's so cold. I'll go out to pick up my parcel, just the way you go and pick up your parcel, Jumia and all that. I'll pick up my parcel and then I put them all together. Sometimes I make up like 10 kg Ghana must go, big bags like that. I put them all together and I send it down to Nigeria. So after doing all that shopping online, I just said, okay, why not just go to the market? Let's travel to this commercial city, because we are staying far from where they had the commercial market, like the main market. So we traveled down to the city and there we saw everything, like all what our Igbo brothers are doing in Lagos and Nigeria. I'm like, okay, why not? You cannot be in China and you're not desperate to make money, because they will teach you. You have to make money. You have to think of turnover. You're not talking of $1 or $2. You're talking of about like lots of dollars. So and then as a young girl, when I change this money to naira, you see me give my mom one serious money and she's like giving me all the praises and praying for me. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then we started. I went. The first thing I started doing was I started working with a factory, a lace factory, and I started importing lace fabrics to UK. So I can remember my first importation to UK. The money I got when I went to Western Union to cash out, and I paid my supplier. Then I'm like, here we die. We could die for this matter. And then we started like that. From lace, I went into hairs. From hairs, I went into building materials. Even after I came back in 2020, I came for holidays in 2020, and I couldn't go back because of the coronavirus. It didn't stop me. I kept doing my importation. When I got married, and my husband was like, babe, I don't know, see, you can do something like this, like in a whole container, you're having like 5 CBN, that is what your goods, and these things are not even like it's not even like it's not I don't put too much effort in getting it done. No, I just get these goods from suppliers in my absence. I always work with my phone, always get these goods, pack them with the logistic companies that I work with, and then get to Nigeria very smooth to get your products. I get my money, you get your money, everybody were happy. So that was how we just like it's a normal Nigerian character. When you go to a place, you need to hustle. With an Igbo girl, you need to make money. So I just said, no, no hunger. So even there, while people were hustling to teach and make money that was okay for them, I was okay, because the money you could go out in a week to make, I can make it in a day from my business that I was doing. So that's what inspired me. Maybe hunger. I would say hunger inspired me.
one because first, the most important thing is, and apologies for continuity's sake. Okay, now I need to get serious. Now there are three businesses I think I want to go into aside from presentation.
All right.
You know, we talked about bow tie yesterday.
All right.
And last week we talked about alagadura, alagajoko. Now I think I want to be an importer, just like Ogechi.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You want to do this?
I want to do because she's saying. If I when she's, are you seeing the ease in sharing her story? It's a beautiful story, and it's amazing because she realized that if her parents could do that much for her to get to where she's going to, she needs to do a whole much more for herself. That will not just only be able to capture herself, but has to capture her family, her immediate family. And she mentioned, she said her husband was even surprised, like, oh wow, I'm certain she's even married to an Igbo man. So you can imagine when an Igbo man is telling an Igbo woman, oh wow. So you should know she has
overdone.
Oh yeah, she overdid it. Applaud to you, please. That was amazing. So I want to tell you, was there any challenge you had, you know, having to make sure that this business continues to thrive, especially in this economy that we are. We know what it is to have your goods down there and to clear them, and you know how it is. Let's not just put it out there. How were you able to cope with all of this? What was the mechanism, and how will I put it, the way you were able to manage yourself despite the times?
Okay, first off, the first challenge that I encountered was there in China, the language, because there I had to do my major course, which is international economics and trade. It wasn't easy to get it done. We have accounting and all that in it. And then I had time to do an intern for a company that didn't give us a chance. And then in between all this, I had to prepare and learn the Chinese language. So I didn't pay 100% attention to the language, and that really did not help because now communication is a problem. For you to get to the major dealers of these things, they are Chinese. They don't they don't know what is come. They don't know what is go. They are indigenous Chinese people. They don't, very hard for them to hear anything like come and go. So you must have to learn the language. So that was like the first challenge, but we were still trying, we're still in it. And then here in Nigeria, the challenges are uncountable. You know, we can't say, if we say that, it will be a problem for us again. But the challenges are so much, from exchange rates to high tariff from custom clearance and all that. Sometimes there are some goods that are like special goods that I have sellers here in Nigeria that are interested in getting it. But when they tell me, like for example, jewelry items, when they tell me, Grace, I want to go into jewelry importation. I want you to help me source and import jewelry items. And in my head, I'm like, man, I don't have such time and patience because we are dealing with time. We want the goods to come within 1 month. We have arranged there in China. It's out within 2-3 weeks. It's here in Nigeria. You can receive your goods. I'm eating my money. You're eating your money. Everybody's okay. But such goods need time. In like, if you're getting into the jewelry business, for you to get jewelries down from China, it will take for as much as a month to get it because of the time. And then the tariff, the custom tariff, man, is bad. When I started this importation, for as low as 400,000 naira, you could clear one CDM. But right now, the last time we cleared three, 3 to 5 CBM, I think we spent around 2.5 million naira or more than that. Your custom clearance is so much, it's like double, 3 times the price that it used to be. And then these people, these major people that are your customers here in Nigeria, they are earning in naira, they are paying you in naira. So most times when you want to even tell them the price, the total value of what they're buying for, they are so tired, they are weak. They want to rely on getting it from Lagos and getting it from Onitsha or whatever. They are not even interested in you going over to buy it or all that. So it's really, the business is slow. It's not like it used to be before, but we are still pushing it. We are still pushing it. That was what made me to say, okay, now that I'm in Nigeria, and then the pressure is no longer on me to like every day be on my phone and be chasing content and be chasing all that. Why not just do something else? So that was how I ran again. I moved my spare time, I bake, and I can say. So it's every business and entrepreneur here in Nigeria now is trusting God. That's what it is now. Well, just trusting God and relying on Him. It's tough.
In baking, were there specific role models that you had or specific mentors that you had that influenced your baking career?
Okay, I before I speak about my role models in baking, I will talk about my role models that I growing up. My dad used to come. I'm from Ogbashuku. Ogbashuku is where the very big Konjo Ngozi Iweala is from. So growing up, my dad used to tell me that I'm going to be the Okonjo Iweala of our house. Like I'm going to be his Okonjo Iweala. So I had this in mind that I don't want to form my daddy's son. I have to be like Okonjo Iweala. And it's not easy to step on that. It's not easy to get to that level that she is. So there I found myself doing so many things, but legally, because I kept my future inside. I always tell people, I said, I do everything that I want to do because my future is very bright. I don't want to jeopardize. I don't want to, someone will tell me that's what you did in the past that's going to haunt you. So I tried to live well. So when I came to Nigeria and then the business of importation became very slow for me, I had to go into baking. I did not have a role model when I was going into baking. I just liked cake. I love to eat cake. So I'm like, hey, Adam, okay, why not just start baking so you can, you know, eat a lot, a lot of cake. But then getting into the business and having to see my mentors in the business now, the likes of Dripple Cakes in Port Harcourt, the likes of there are a lot, there are a lot, Oven Secrets, there's so much Rakia in Benin, Polka Dots, my boss here in Asaba, it was crazy. Like I saw them make money from baking and they took the crafts out. It's not a regular thing. It's no longer just mix your sugar and butter and eat. No, it's now more of creative minds. They are making good money from baking. And I told myself, okay, right now in Nigeria, maybe something that can be giving us naira is the cake. So why not? I went into it, and by the grace of God, when there is no dollar to pinch and cut and change. There's naira from your baking, the money keeps coming. It's a daily thing for bakers. So that's it. Well, so dripple cakes, oven secrets, polka dots, rakia. There are so many of them that I look up to. I'm happy I've been able to learn from polka dot and rakia. So next I'll be going to oven secret and dripple to complete the art.
That story, and of course for talking about your baking journey now. But most importantly, we want to take a short breaker, more like a breather, just for you to relax, take some cup of water. We'll be coming back to you. Of course, we still need to ask you some very deep questions. I'm certain that a lot of people have some questions in their head, so I'll try as much as possible to be in some of our viewers' head to be able to ask those questions. So while we're still going to have Grace Ogechi join us pretty soon, let's go for a breaker and check some of the things that she has done. Just, in fact, this is like 0.00001% of the things that she has done for herself and, of course, in her business. We'll be right back after this visual. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner, and of course, we have Ogechi Grace Okafor. She's an entrepreneur, an importer, and provides logistics services. And she is a professional baker. She shared the story of being a logistic person. Okay, not the logistics. She shared the baker, the importing story. But there's something I want to ask. You said you had to download an app. Now, I don't know the name. It was Star something. So I just want to know what app was that? What's the name of the app? And if you have to translate it into English language, what is the translation? And also, you can grace us with some of the Chinese language because I'm certain you said it was one of the challenge. So you had to learn how to speak. So we don't mind hearing some chow ching chong, you know. Apologies to the Chinese, anyways. I do not know. So please, we're all ears.
You have to apologize. There's nothing like chow 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 in China. It's just a listen. Okay, so the name of the app is, like I said, is Taobao, but it's not something you can use from outside China. You have to be in China. So there are so many apps that people use to order things from China, and you know, it's just normal for safety. I wouldn't advise that you keep using such apps, but you can try because you can be lucky you meet good suppliers. And I've had like stories of people who lost money to such sites and the rest. But then in China, we use this one called Taobao. We use a lot, but there's everything. There's this week, there's which just shopping. There's Ali Chifubao. There's the Alipay and all that. But the Taobao, you can't use it as a China because you need a location in China for that for the goods to come to. That is either your home address or whatever in China. The goods always arrive when you order, and then you need a payment system, which is a bank account. You cannot have a WeChat Pay without a bank account. So I don't think I have to explain all that to you. You get it to China, when you do all that, it's easy for you to get it. So it's not what you can do from outside China. If people do it, I don't know, but I think it's illegal because you cannot be outside China and you own a bank account there in China. So that is that. And then for Chinese, people do misunderstand. There's nothing like when I came back, be like, hey, oh, chin chon chon chin. There's nothing like that too. There are actual words, actual words. Like if I want to say hello to you, I'll say ni hao. How are you doing? Ni hao man. Shanti hao man. How is your health? You know. So it's just normal. It's just normal. I'm even going back to learning Chinese because I want to fully go back, learn the language, like learn the language very well. Because when you come back here, you are a very, very important person to some persons. So you have to learn the language and probably learn the culinary skills that comes with, you know. So that's like a future plan for me. So I'm not, maybe when we have this interview next time, I probably will start from Chinese, from the beginning, from hello to the end to the Chinese language. How about that?
Be having an maybe she'll be the interpreter.
What can I speak? Oh my
No,
God, that's so
I said ni
beautiful.
hao,
Okay, that's so
ni
beautiful.
hao.
So,
When I said ni hao, you say
venturing
ni
into
hao.
your baking business, what was the first thing? I'm just inquisitive. What was the first thing you ever baked, and how did that turn out for the people that tasted what you
Yeah, I
baked?
baked. Okay, I didn't share that with you. I baked a Henneken cake that had this what's it called? Like it's just something like you're pouring in Henneken into a cup. So it's called sorry, I'm missing the word, sorry. But you use this cake that a gravity cake. That's the word. So the base is the Henneken itself, and a cup, a Henneken cup, and then there's this Henneken cover, like it's pouring into. That's like the first cake I ever baked, and trust me, when I baked that cake, I worked with the television house here in Asaba, DBS, Data State Broadcasting Service. I took that cake to the studio. I went to share it with my guys. I went to share it with my madams. they had to say it because it was the first I did, and it was a very fine and beautiful art. So I had to share. It's like I remember I had this lot that day to talk about it in one of the youth shows. Yeah, it was wonderful. It was a good experience for me.
If you are Jesus baking a Heineken cake with a cup, that's really mind blowing. So what inspires your creative process? What inspires you? What motivates you to be that creative, actually?
No, in Nigeria, the problem is too much, and most times our creative mindset, we have a lot of distractions to go with it. But most times, the creativity is in the cries. I'm very sorry. You know, I'm not acting like a Chinese person. Everything is money for me. The creativity is in the price. The more you make beautiful things, the more money you make, the more people come to you. So I'm inspired by money. I'm sorry. I'm inspired by money. So once you pay me when my creative mind comes, and I'll give you what you want. I like to talk to my clients when they come for when they come. I like us to have an understanding what you want, how you want it. Every detail is important so that I don't get something done for you and you are not happy. So then when you now say what you want, then I'll go back to my drawing board and pick in my head. I think a lot. I think I will know what is best for me to present to you. And I do like a sketch, send it to the client, and then they approve or it declines. So that, but most times they do not come back with a no. It's always a yes.
What was the most interesting experience you had as an entrepreneur? Having to be, the CEO of a logistics service and also being a professional
Sorry, I can't
baker
hear you.
of your catering services, and also being being an importer. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, and also being an importer, what was the most interesting experience from any of those three? We just need one interesting experience that happened to you and you were wowed, you were overwhelmed, and in fact, probably if not careful, sometimes when people get overwhelmed or so excited, they might even make the wrong decision. But
Yeah.
it's just out of the excitement. So please share with us the most
Yes.
exciting experience for you in all of this.
Okay. My experience, it didn't. I wasn't carried away after that chat, but like you said, you could get carried away with the excitement. I think the first was when I did my first major supply to the UK. I did not believe I could pull that through. Like, it's not just having to send something to a country. UK is like one of the most difficult countries to send your goods to. So I remember I was too excited because I made money, like I was paid in pounds. So I was like, oh God, I wish my father was alive to see this day. But my mom was there to help me, rejoice. It was too much. That was my first major importation. Out not to Nigeria. I sent something to the UK. So that was what inspired me. I'm like, okay, we're doing this and we're going to do it like very well. So, but I'm still grateful that the person I worked with that time, she was also very encouraging because you are meeting. I think I was 22, 21 then when I did that. So it's not easy for someone to release certain amount of money to you to do such a business. I think it was fabric business, yeah. So it was very inspiring for me. And then when I look at my account, it's 22 years old girl. I know when I was here in Nigeria before I traveled, I was just doing little makeup and all that. I didn't have more than 100,000 naira in my account. I didn't do my service here. But then when I looked at that money, I'm like, God, so this thing can actually be in my account. You know, I was very excited. And then when I did that, it inspired me, and I said um creating content on Instagram. I can remember the first breakthrough I had to on Instagram was when I don't know if you can remember Ike Asakadoa. That's I got that name right. The host for AMVCA. I joined his live video one day, and he gave me chance to speak. And then he encourage people on the live video to follow me, and I had like so many followers from there. I had like people coming to patronize me, sending me to stores and ship items to them from. But that, I don't know if you can remember. If you've seen this, I'm very grateful for that opportunity. He gave me a chance. He gave me his platform. That then I can also remember Erica, the musician. He also gave me chance one day. We spoke about the Nigerian economy and how it was affecting my business from China then, and I got recognition from there too. I can remember also Ubi Franklin, yes, during my year as an intern in one of the companies in, it was an e-commerce company in China. I did a 6 months internship with them, and I had an interview one day with Ubi Franklin. I joined his live video, and all that gave me good recognitions. Some of the people that I do business with on a normal day, I'm not sure I would probably meet them. If I look at how I came, I probably would never meet them. But lots of people, older people, younger people, they just I'm sure if I had 500, or let's say if I had 100 clients, I have not met 97 of them. I haven't met 97 of them in person. There are people in UK, US, and Canada, here in Nigeria, and all that. I haven't met 97 of them. The three that I've met are just like family and friends. I haven't met like more than half of my client base. I haven't. They just know that word, Gracie, 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 Gracie. We do know. I don't even. They don't even know. Uh, so
So
I,
you
but
still
I
have a
wasn't
lot
carried
to
away
get for
with all of
yourself.
these recognitions I got. It gave me a chance to push. I'm this kind of person that I like to be busy. I like to work. So when I'm seeing that people are calling me and I have to 2 minutes, I just add up. I just keep going, and you know, it's just like that.
It's amazing. Because of our time, we have to go, and I wish you could stay and even tell us more. But before
Honestly.
we let you go, what advice would you give? We're not even going to look at the baking and the logistic part. I want to look at the importing part because it's more like a big deal for a woman to be an
Yes,
importer,
it is.
having to sort all the bills that comes with importation and knowing the right source. Like you said, if you're not careful with the app, or how you import, you might, you waste time while you're taking maybe 12 weeks or 1 week to import a particular product. You could use that to even import several products.
Several,
And you
yes.
mentioned an example, which is the jewel. So if you're supposed to give an advice in just say 1 minute, basically, because our time is up, in 1 minute, what
Sorry,
advice
I
would you give
don't.
to people
Sorry,
who want to be like
the
you in
question. I
this
didn't hear
thing?
the question, please. I didn't hear well.
Okay, like what advice will you give to first timers, people that want to be, go into the line of importation, in
Yes.
this business? What advice will you give to them? And we have just 1 minute for you to answer that question. What advice will you
Okay.
give to
Okay.
them, basically,
Okay.
male, female?
Okay, there was this thing that was going on the internet last time about people selling contact and importation. People were like, go to Lagos, you can get it done and all that. See, everything is experience for me. If you have the time to import, go in and import. There's nothing like getting the goods directly from the supplier. You're getting authentic. You're not getting what is missed or something. So I advise people, one, be patient. Be patient. No matter how small you have, you want to get that experience of importation, go into it, do it, get it done, and be patient. But in all this, make your calculations before you go into importation. Make sure you get the cost of the goods you're getting, the quantity you're getting, the logistic cost of the goods to your doorstep. Add everything up, and before you can say this is my price. And mind you, someone who is supplying or in wholesale or getting wholesalers from Lagos, and your price is a little bit um, more, don't be scared. You will still sell. Don't be scared. You will sell. That you have your own client base. Everybody, that you said, the sky is too large for everybody. You have your own client base. You will sell, but don't be greedy. It's also important, don't be greedy, because turnover is key. Turnover is key. You can sell 100 for and gain 1 naira on everything than selling 10 and gaining five naira. It can't compare. Do you get? So that's all I have to say. Don't be greedy. But if you want to get the experience for importation, go in, get that experience. It's not, you can't compare it to going to the market and buying. It's not the same. So that is it.
Ogechi, we really, 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 learned a whole lot in your success story, and I like that you said creativity is in the prize. That this means the big money we're actually looking for is in the creativity we're not giving yet. That really stood out for me, and I just want to say thank you for sharing. Thank you for the advice. It's the Lagos girl here, and we will be signing out right now.
Okay, all right. I'm just going to add a little bit to what she said. We do appreciate you. From all of us at Galaxy TV, we appreciate your time, sharing your experience, sharing the bad, the good, the beautiful, and of course, your gingering us to probably try importation. Someone like me, I'm going to call you,
not too late.
and I will talk to you.
It's not too late.
I'm welcome on board. We do appreciate you, but I hope you enjoy the program, though.
Thank you. I do. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Of course, and that's it from Ogechi. Grace Okafor. She did an amazing
job.
If her journey was so interesting, you know what it means for you to pick just one thing to make sure you get to your goal, and that was my parent did this for me. I have to do much more. I have to, make sure that I am able to be victorious. And like she said, they told us at then that she was the Okonjo Iweala in the family, and she proved that and even did more. She's still even trying to do more for herself. And you said something very key that she said, in fact, let me just put it this way. If you think you're not creative, if you think you're a dullard, if you think you don't have the energy to be an entrepreneur, most times money gives you that creativity. Do you understand? Like she said, she didn't think about making such a cake.
Yes.
But when she saw the money, she was like, what is there? You will bring this one, bring that one, collect this person, take this person, drag this person, just for you to put every energy into getting the creativity and the work in a very good result. I just want to mention a few things you mentioned for entrepreneurs that want to go into importation over time. She said you have to be patient, you have to be calculative, you have to know the cost of your goods and the quality that you want. It's very important. And lastly, she said you have to think about the logistic. We know Nigeria, you know how much it is now to have a dispatch rider. Before you could have a dispatch rider from here to there, you're paying 900, 1,000.
But now it's over 2,000.
I don't even think there's 1,000 logistics. Maybe it's just a stone throw. I do not know. But anyways, we've come to the end of the program. And of course, Lagos Girl has signed out.